Few players in NBA history have left an imprint as profound as Scottie Maurice Pippen. Born on September 25, 1965, in Hamburg, a small town in Arkansas, Pippen seemed an unlikely candidate to become a basketball legend. His humble upbringing, initially slender frame, and unconventional path to the league stood in stark contrast to the greatness he eventually achieved alongside Michael Jordan with the Chicago Bulls. Over the course of 17 NBA seasons, Pippen established himself as one of the greatest defenders and forwards of all time, a cornerstone of 6 Bulls championships in the 1990s, and a pioneer of the modern versatile player. Pippen's journey began in adversity. The youngest of 12 siblings in a family struggling financially, his childhood was marked by simplicity and hardship. His passion for basketball grew on makeshift courts, far removed from the spotlight. He attended the University of Central Arkansas, where his late physical growth spurt and tireless work ethic transformed him from a virtually unknown walk-on into an NBA-caliber prospect. By 1987, he had caught the attention of scouts, and was selected in the first round of the NBA draft. Initially drafted by the Seattle Supersonics, he was immediately traded to the Chicago Bulls in one of the most pivotal moves in league history. Chicago was already buzzing with excitement in 1987. The franchise had Michael Jordan, a transcendent young superstar who was beginning to reshape the NBA into a global spectacle. Yet Jordan needed a reliable partner, someone to share the immense burden of leadership and performance. Pippen soon grew into that role. Standing 6 feet 8 inches with remarkable wingspan, agility, and basketball intelligence, he embodied versatility. He could guard virtually any position, orchestrate offensive sets, run the fast break, and step up when the stakes were highest. Early years, however, were not easy. Pippen's raw talent required refinement, and his lack of experience sometimes showed on the big stage. The Bulls, in those years, consistently ran into the physical and unrelenting Detroit Pistons, who famously embodied the "bad boys" era. Those battles hardened Pippen. Under coach Phil Jackson, who took over in 1989, Chicago introduced the famed triangle offense, a system that emphasized ball movement, spacing, and player versatility. This offensive philosophy unlocked Pippen's potential. No longer just a secondary scorer, he became a multidimensional force. By 1991, the Bulls finally broke through, capturing their first NBA title. Pippen was no longer merely Jordan's sidekick, he was an essential co-star. From 1991 to 1993, the Bulls reigned supreme, winning 3 straight championships. Pippen cemented his reputation as one of the league's elite defenders and most complete players. His ability to neutralize opposing superstars was legendary, whether guarding Magic Johnson in the 1991 Finals, slowing down Charles Barkley in 1993, or frustrating smaller guards and bigger forwards alike. Beyond defense, Pippen blossomed as a playmaker, often initiating the offense when Jordan drew suffocating defensive schemes. This balance of defensive brilliance and offensive versatility made him indispensable. When Jordan shocked the sports world by retiring in 1993, all eyes turned to Pippen. Many doubted his capacity to carry the Bulls alone. He responded with perhaps the finest season of his career. Leading Chicago to 55 wins, earning the All-Star Game MVP, and finishing third in the MVP race, Pippen demonstrated that he was far more than a supporting act. His leadership that season earned respect across the league, even though the Bulls ultimately fell to the New York Knicks in a controversial playoff series. For 1 year, the spotlight shone brightest on him, and he proved himself worthy. Jordan's return in 1995 reignited the Bulls' dominance. Now a fully matured star, Pippen rejoined forces with Jordan to create one of the most formidable duos in NBA history. Together with Dennis Rodman, they orchestrated a second three-peat from 1996 to 1998. The 1995-96 team, in particular, made history with a then-record 72 wins in the regular season, a feat that stood unchallenged for 2 decades. In this era, Pippen was the glue of the Bulls, the bridge between defense and offense, the steady hand that allowed Jordan's scoring genius to shine while ensuring team balance. If Jordan was the spectacle, Pippen was the foundation. His contributions often went unnoticed by casual fans, but players and coaches understood his immense value. He became a pioneer of the point forward role, a forward who could handle the ball and orchestrate plays like a guard. This innovation inspired future generations, with players such as LeBron James directly benefiting from the path Pippen carved. His influence still resonates in today's NBA, where versatility is among the most prized attributes. After the Bulls dynasty dissolved in 1998, Pippen was traded to the Houston Rockets. Joining forces with Hakeem Olajuwon and Charles Barkley, expectations soared. Yet the trio of aging stars never found the chemistry or health required for playoff success. The following year, Pippen moved to the Portland Trail Blazers, where he spent several seasons as a veteran leader. In Portland, he came close to a return to the NBA Finals in 2000, falling just short in a heartbreaking Game 7 against the Los Angeles Lakers. Even in the twilight of his career, Pippen's defensive intensity, leadership, and high basketball IQ kept him relevant in a league increasingly dominated by younger stars. He eventually returned to Chicago for a final season, bringing his journey full circle. By the time he retired in 2004, Pippen's legacy was firmly intact: 6-time NBA champion, 7-time All-Star, 10-time All-Defensive Team selection, and a member of the NBA's 50th and 75th anniversary teams. In 2010, he was inducted into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame, twice, once individually, and once as part of the iconic 1992 U.S. Olympic Dream Team, widely regarded as the greatest basketball squad ever assembled. Pippen's career also sparked enduring debates. Was he overshadowed by Jordan, or was his greatness simply of a different nature? Many argue that Jordan could not have won 6 titles without Pippen, and Jordan himself has frequently acknowledged Pippen's indispensable role. Their partnership redefined what it meant to build a dynasty in basketball, not merely a single superstar, but a balance of brilliance and sacrifice. Off the court, Pippen's influence extended globally. The 1990s Bulls became a cultural phenomenon, propelling the NBA to international stardom. Pippen, with his quiet demeanor and relentless consistency, embodied the selfless team-first mentality that contrasted perfectly with Jordan's fiery competitiveness. Together, they symbolized excellence and dominance, leaving a legacy that continues to inspire athletes worldwide. Scottie Pippen was more than just a star player, he was the silent guardian of a dynasty, the unsung hero who made winning possible. His story is one of perseverance, evolution, and resilience. From a small-town boy in Arkansas to one of the 75 greatest players in NBA history, Pippen's journey reflects the very essence of basketball greatness, not just through highlight reels, but through sacrifice, hard work, and the ability to elevate everyone around him. Today, when the Chicago Bulls' golden era is remembered, Michael Jordan's name often takes center stage. Yet history cannot be told without Scottie Pippen, the versatile forward who gave the Bulls their edge, their balance, and their heart. He may not have always sought the spotlight, but the dynasty would never have shined without his presence.